Perfect Turd Podcast, episode 92, Lamar, Slashlorette Party.
Yes. Boy, oh boy. This movie, yeah, I've been trying to hunt for this movie for a minute because I just like the name of it.
Yeah.
It is made by A&P Productions, correct? That's the name?
I think so.
And it stars Drew Marvik, who is in a movie that we know the person who helped make it, Party Massacre. We got to talk about that movie one time.
Yes, we will have that episode. We want everyone on the show.
We want everybody on the show, but that's just a little connection and breakdown of the actual movie. So you have the main woman. She is about to get married, Joe.
Yes.
She's having some marriage jitters. You know, because as we know, marriage can be a very heavy commitment and everything like that. And, you know, you can get nervous. Also, she's kind of marrying a jerk.
I like that.
Asshole. Yeah, Dolph. I know his name Dolph, just because he's an a-hole. And so she goes to her psychiatrist and she's like, I don't know about marrying this guy. Goes home. Surprise bachelorette party. What would you call it, though? Because they both go.
Yeah, that was the weird thing. All the bridesmaids and the groomsmen, everyone goes. So
everybody goes to the same, which added to the fact that they're going to a cabin secluded in the woods. Not a good idea.
Yeah. Which is another little funny plot point that's where you're going to have the party, right?
Yes, that's very interesting. And so they get there, and boy, oh boy, killings start happening.
Killings start happening. There's a good twist, I guess, a kind of a twist.
Yes.
We won't spoil it too much because this is still new. There was a twist. There was her doctor ended up showing up, who's played by ex-adult film star Ginger Lynn.
So you have her in there, and then of course, Dolph, that guy. Yeah, he's. We got to talk about Dolph.
We got to talk about all the characters. I found the characters in this movie very funny, but they were all obnoxious in their own way. And I think that's kind of what made them funny.
You, of course, have the main character. She's the bride-to-be.
Yeah.
She's just really fickle.
But she also has apparently some kind of mental illness, is why she's going to the psychiatrist.
Yeah, she has a lot of issues going on. So then, of course, her fiance is just a douche. It's not even hidden.
He was a douche to everybody.
He was like, at one point in the movie, he's like, do you know how embarrassing it is to have a fiance that has a mental issue? It's like, that's not something you're embarrassed about. There's something that, you know, people kind of show sympathy for. It's not like, oh, my mental handicap. What? No, sir. But
it was
he was delectably evil.
Yeah. I heard the line that made me laugh too was, I guess, leading up to this wedding and her problems and stuff, they weren't having much sex. And he was like, but it's your wifely duties. Don't you know that? I'm like, what is this guy? I was like, what? Your wifely duties.
Wifely duties to have sex with somebody you really don't feel like having sex with. Yeah.
I was like, but I just thought the way it's done, the whole movie is very tongue-in-cheek. It leans more to the comedy than it does the horror or the slasher stuff. Yes. So that's why, like, these things that we're talking about, it's funny because of the way they play it.
And, well, some other characters, you have her best friend who doesn't like Dolph at all. Like, she just talks shit about him all the time. And then you have her maid of honor.
Maid of honor, yeah, she was good.
She was very interesting because she was different from everybody. She showed up in like this dress that was like from the 1950s with pearls and everything. And she's just concerned, everybody should be having a good time.
Yeah.
Very old-fashioned.
It was more like her concern was not necessarily the people, but just making the event perfect.
That's her character. Yeah. That's her character. She doesn't care about anybody else. It's like if the event goes off without
because she planned it. Because she's in charge of it.
Then you have like the female friends. You have they basically just want to party.
Right. The party girls. Yeah.
But then they do obnoxious things, and you're just like, they're funny, but it's like these people are kind of stupid at the same time.
And then my favorite character, who plays he's in it for just a little bit. There's a male stripper.
Oh man, we got to talk about
was
this
hilarious.
Guy. Yeah, that guy. Man. He's a down on his luck kind of guy. I wish he had more screen time.
Yes, I wish he was in it more.
He's trying to get out of the stripper game, Joe.
Yeah.
He shows up at the very end.
Yeah.
That made me laugh because I forgot about him completely.
Exactly. That was good about the fact that he wasn't in it a lot. You did kind of forget about it. They introduced him in a funny way. You kind of forget. And then when all the shit has already hit the fan and the slashing and all that, and all of a sudden he shows up and it's a funny moment.
Yeah, so he was cool. And so the only thing I would say about this movie is that it's a little too long in parts. That's the only thing.
Oh, in parts.
In parts.
Okay.
Like sometimes,
the scenes drag. You mean
the scenes drag a little bit?
Yeah, because I didn't think that the movie was too long. I thought it was a good length for this. I can see what you're saying. Like maybe some of the gags went on too long.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Let's have a bachelor party in the woods.
Yeah, I mean, so what do we rate it then?
I would say it's not my favorite movie. I would give it a 3.5.
Okay.
3.5. It's I'm always giving halves. I don't know why. It was shot decent. I do like a little funny moments. The stripper guy was funny.
Yeah.
And then Dolph, you just hated him, but it was funny to watch him. So that was cool. So I would give it a 3.5. Yeah. Yeah,
I was thinking the exact same thing. 3.5. I liked it. It's solid. It's on Amazon Prime as a part of the thing, so you just get it. You don't have to rent it or anything. Kind of see what you were saying too. Like certain scenes dragged on a little long.
Yeah.
But overall, it was just fun. I looked up a lot of the people in it. It's a lot of newer people. Like some of people. This is like their first film. Yeah. They've only done a few things, short films and stuff, which I actually liked. Could see that there was a vibe.
Yeah,
and everyone was having fun making this, and I enjoy that. Especially for these kinds of movies, like everyone's just having a good time. So, yeah, it's pretty solid. I enjoyed it. So
yeah, nice little solid slasher. Yep.
Yeah, it didn't have too much gore. I would say a couple things at the end.
Yeah, a couple, but it wasn't like overdone. Like some movies are like, well, we got to show the whole 20 feet of intestine. It's like, no, just kill him.
I probably would have rated it a little higher if there was a little more balance of the horror aspect of it.
Little bit more killing. Let's chop some people up closer to the earlier parts of the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
The focus of the story wasn't the threat of the slashing. It was more the whole wedding stuff, which was funny.
Yeah,
but there wasn't enough of the other parts. So, but it's still very good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess that wraps this one up then. Peace.
Deuces.